up? Welcome back to my channel. If this is the first video you are ever seeing, then hi. I hope you stick around and I hope you end up subscribing. But the last video was my favorite makeup that I used for 2023. I didn't want to include lipsticks or like lip products in that video because I am a lipstick addict. I have a problem which I'm like wrangling back. But the one thing that I absolutely love from like makeup or beauty are lip products, lipsticks, lip balms, lip glosses, lip oils, all of it. I love it. I think it's because it's so easy to change the color every day or hour to hour depending on your mood and your vibe. So that's Coco in the background. Anyway, as I was saying, I love lipstick and it is my Achilles heel. I am trying not to buy anymore because I honestly think that I have the perfect collection and I don't really need any more. I hope you end up subscribing like I said and you come back next week. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The first one I'm going to get started with is this one. It is from Chanel. Of course, all of our lipsticks are classics. This is what the packaging looks like. This is the shade 916 Flirty Coral. This is the one that I am wearing right now. Look at this beautiful color. This one is not very pigmented, but it will provide color. It's more of a tinted lip balm. So look how pretty that looks. Like I said, it doesn't provide too much color, but is just enough for like an everyday use. I love to pair it with a lip liner from Milani. It's a pretty neutral color. Look how nice it goes with this. It gives it a little bit of dimension. It's not too dark, but it's just dark enough where it will outline your lips and then still provide the lighter color in the center. This is one of my favorites. I already have a backup for it. This is what the color looks like. I'm just gonna talk to you as I'm wearing it so that you can see better, so that you can see the shade better. So this is the shade Flirty Coral with the lip liner. We're also not gonna spend too much time on each shade because then we're gonna be here forever. So that's the first one, and I'm just gonna go quicker now through all of the other ones. Unless there's one in particular that I wanna talk to you more about. This one is also from Chanel. It's Le Beiges in the shade Warm. This is how this one looks like. The packaging is a little bit different because the other one was square, whereas this one is round. And the color, again, is warm, but this is more of a reddy warm. The other one was more of an orange warm. This one also does not provide too much color, but that's what I like. I find that I use most of these in the summer when I don't really want to wear like too much on the lips. For this one, because it's a balm, I don't know, for some reason I don't like to wear a lip liner with it, but you could use that same Milani one if you wanted to. So see, like I said, a little bit more orange, a little bit more reddy. This is the color for this one. As you can see, still very natural, but it gives you pigment and color. It doesn't feel like gloppy or thick. I cannot stand a thick lipstick. And this is very sheer and very smooth on the lips. And like I said, it is more of a reddy warm undertone. So this is the Chanel Le Beige in the shade Warm. I went ahead and applied the next lipstick just because I figured it would be easier if I apply it, then you could see what it looks like as I'm talking. But this is another Chanel. Before you say, wow, all you wear is Chanel, no, I do not. The reason that I have these is because these are just like the best of the best, and they just happen to be from Chanel. So this one is very similar to the balm with the exception of providing more coverage in regards to pigment. So this one has a lot more color, as you can see. The other one was a lip balm. This is an actual lipstick with a shine on top. If you can see, I mean, this is providing definitely more like lip coverage. Very smooth, very creamy again, and it doesn't feel thick or gloopy. So this one is the Chanel Rouge Coco Flash in the shade 60 Beat. I have 2 more Chanels and then we'll move on to a different brand. This next shade is the perfect summer color. It is from Chanel. It is the Rouge Allure in the shade 152 Insatiable. This packaging, I think, is probably their best packaging because it has a little Chanel at the bottom and then the little logo on the other end. But the way these open is you push in and it comes out. Now, this is like an OG formulation and packaging. A lot of brands have started to do this little push and release, but I don't know. I just think Chanel is just classic. Like, you just feel like a bougie, sophisticated lady. So this color is a pinkier, it's not even a red. I don't know why it's pulling that color on camera, but it's honestly really pretty. It's a pinky coral and it's definitely bright. Actually, this is a pretty good representation of what it looks like in person. 3 of these were gifts from Anthony. This was my first Chanel lipstick, like ever. And once I tried the formula, I was sold. I never really, I mean, they're expensive, don't get me wrong, but if I could just have one lipstick formula, I think it would be the Chanel's, just because they feel luxurious. I feel like I'm getting my money's worth, if that makes sense. And it's even better when they are gifts. So that was my first lipstick and I really like the color. If you can see, it's bright, it's vibrant. This color is beautiful and you can sheer it out. That's the beauty about these Chanel lipsticks. You can build them. If you don't want a very like pigmented color, you can definitely take some off. So let me show you. I'm gonna take off the top layer and it's still gonna leave behind some color. They're not a stain, but what I'm trying to say is that the color can be sheared out to where it looks more natural. So as you can see here, this is like, it's all off and it's still left color behind. So that is the Chanel. Let me go ahead and take this off and show you the next and the last Chanel color. Even though my favorite shades are like reddies and orangies, I do still enjoy a neutral lip. So this one is also from Chanel, again in that same packaging as the last one, the like push and release. This one is, what's the name? It's again a Rouge Allure in the shade 196, a Demi Mauve, and the color is very pretty. It's like a brownie warm. I really like these kinds of colors. I used to stay away from them just because I felt like they washed me out, but they look great with a lip liner. This one I like to wear with the lip liner from Charlotte Tilbury, and I have the one in Hot Gossip. But the thing that I found, so I have this one, but Milani has one that looks exactly the same. Oop. So see how that combo looks really good together, because this is a little bit darker than this. So that's the one from Charlotte Tilbury in Hot Gossip. Let me show you what the one from Milani looks like in 09 Spice. Right next to that. See how it's almost identical? So if you don't want to spend the money on Hot Gossip, get the one from Milani. They are identical. Had I not bought the Hot Gossip after, or like had I not known that I had the exact shade in my collection, I wouldn't have bought it again. But I now found a dupe for those two. So that's how I like to wear this lipstick. So this is again a Demi Mauve from Chanel. These are the swatches that I just did from Chanel, and these are in the order that I showed them to you in. So this one is the Rouge Bomb in the shade 916 Flirty Coral. This is in the Le Beiges in the shade Warm. This is in the Rouge Coco Flash in the shade 60 Beat. And then this is where the lipsticks come in. This one is in the Rouge Allure 152 Insatiable. And this one is in the Rouge Allure 196 a Demi Mauve. Okay, so the next shade is also a nude, but this one is more of a brownie nude. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is in the shade Catwalking. So as you can see here, this is definitely more of a beigey color. It still has a little bit of warmth because, as you know, I will never do a full cool. So it has a tinge of like a peachy undertone, but it is that perfect brownie nude. This is what it looks like on the lips. It definitely makes your lips look bigger if you use like a shade or two of a darker lip liner. And the lip liner that I am using with this one is from NYX in the shade Soft Brown. Let me show you what this looks like. See how I like to keep everything within the same family color? So this again is more of a beigey nude, but with warmth underneath. So this is a great pair, and like I said, it looks like my lips are a lot bigger than they are, and it looks, I still think it looks pretty natural, but this is the shade Catwalking from Charlotte Tilbury. This lipstick comes in a very cool packaging. It's not, I don't know if they still make this packaging, but the color is still available. It just may look different in the lipstick tube. So this one, to me, is still a nude. It looks very dark, but I still consider it a nude just because of the color. It has a warm undertone, but it's a little bit more mauve. So I would consider this like a mauvey nude, even though I wouldn't lean towards like purpley undertones. I still think it works. I kept the same lip liner from before, but as you can see, the mauviness on my lips looks a little bit more pinky, which is why I can kind of get away with the purple undertones, because it still looks like a nude. It's just a deeper color with more of a vibrancy to it, if that makes sense. This is what the two colors look like. This is the first one that I tried on, and as you can see, definitely has more of that brownie beige color. And then the second one is a little bit more mauvey and purpley, but still in that nudie family. So the first one was Catwalking, and the second one was Wedding Bells. This next lipstick is from Merit. So this one is in a very, very pretty packaging. I love this color. It's like a rusticy orange, and this one you just pull out. This is in the shade Cabo. Look how pretty this is. I am not one to like a cool or blue red lipstick. This is definitely an orange red. As you can see, it translates as such on my lips. If I get a little bit closer, you can see that it's definitely pulling more orange than it is like a blue red. And this is perfect all year round, not just for like the winter months. I think this works perfectly in the spring, summer, fall, winter. I absolutely love this color. Let me show you on my hand what it looks like. This again is in the shade Cabo from Merit. It's in that perfect like red brick undertone family. And for this one specifically, I do not like to use a lip liner. I don't like to use lip liners whenever I wear like reddy lipstick. I know it's like a sin probably, but I just like when they look a little bit more like natural. Like there's nothing outlining it. It's just the lipstick itself. These don't feather or spread, they stay put in the color. Once it starts to fade, it fades so beautifully where it kind of looks like it's just your natural lip color. Also very smooth. So this is in the shade Cabo. This shade is definitely a shade that I would wear in the fall, winter time. Okay, maybe in the spring, not so much in the summer, unless it's at nighttime. So this one is more of like a, what would I call it? Like a burgundy warm color. It is from Merit. This is in the shade L'Avenue. Again, same packaging. The color looks very, very scary. once you open it, but you can do like, so let me show you. You can do a very sheer shade or a sheer wash, or you can build it up to be a lot darker. It really just depends on your vibe. This is definitely my preference. I don't like to build it up too much because then it starts to pull a little bit too purpley for me. But this, where it's kind of like a sheer wash of color, is exactly how I like to wear it. And these aren't colors that I typically go for. So the fact that this one made it to my lipstick collection says a lot. Right now, I did build it up just so that you could see it on camera, but let me take some of it off. So see how, again, it just looks very natural, very pretty, and now I can see more of that burgundy color. But like, I literally wiped everything off now, and it just left some of that stain behind. So again, these two from Merit are definitely something that you need to try out. They have other colors, but I don't know, these two, there's one more red, but I just didn't want to pull up another red. These two I definitely find myself reaching for the most. If I had to pick a favorite lip oil, it would be this one. This one is from Merit. They have like two different types. I'm going to show you another one. This one is from Merit. This one is in the shade Cara Cara. I think if I could be any color, probably this one. The color is just, for my skin tone, perfection. It brings out the warmth of my lips, but it doesn't like add too much color. Like, this still looks neutral, but it looks definitely pigmented. It doesn't have a lot of, I guess, okay, I'm lying. It does have a lot of pigment, but again, it could be sheared out. So this is what the packaging looks like. And then it has a smaller doe foot. Although a lot of people hate how tiny these are, I think these are great because they can be very precise. And you can get into the little corners of your lip. Look at this color. I don't know. I absolutely love this shade. It's pink, it's reddy, it's orange, it's neutral, it's warm. It's perfect. So this is the Merit lip oil in the shade Cara Cara. This next lip product is, again, from Merit. This is in the lip gelée. These are supposed to be pH adjusting, and I think they are. This is more of like a cherry, like a dark cherry color, almost like a Coke color. This to me is everyday. I don't have to think about makeup or like eye makeup or anything else. I just throw this on when I'm going to the gym, when I'm just like going to get groceries or whatever. It provides hydration and it does provide color. It's a sheer wash. It's not like anything extreme. It does not feel like a lip gloss. It feels more like a lip oil, where it's very like buttery and soft. If you've ever tried any lip oils, you know what I'm talking about. This is beautiful, and again, I like the small doe foot. Let me show you on the hand what it looks like. See how it's kind of clear, but as you leave it on your lips, it kind of starts to get a little bit more color. I know this is not doing it justice. This is in the shade Mapleton. This shade, or this lip balm, is from Summer Fridays. If you are into beauty or makeup or anything, you've already heard of this, seen it, touched it, used it, anything, everything. These, I didn't want to fall into the hype because once something is super hyped, it just kind of puts me off. But I was like, let me just try it. And after I tried it, I mean, these two products live in my purse. They are not even in my vanity. They are always in my purse just because I think they are honestly worth the hype. The shade that I have here is in, what is it? Poppy. So as you can see here, it's an orangey color. I love this shade. I love it, love it, love it. The only con that I hate about it is that it tastes like the orange Starburst. and I hate the red and the orange and the yellow Starburst. I guess what I'm trying to say is the smell is disgusting. I only like the pink Starburst, and the fact that every time I put this on, I feel like I'm eating an orange Starburst kind of puts me off, but the scent does dissipate, so it only is smellable for like 10 seconds and then the smell is gone. But because I do apply it throughout the day, I hate the smell. But the product is amazing. So this is what the color looks like. It makes your lips look huge. I was wearing the other shade that I'm going to show you in just a second, and my brother's girlfriend asked me if I had my lips done, and it honestly is the lip gloss or the lip balm. Let me add some more. I don't have too much on right now, but you can definitely like glob it on, and it makes your lips look so juicy. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. So this is what it looks like right now. Let me add more. And I'm only adding it to the top and the bottom because that's where I want it to look more pouty. Look at that. Immediately makes my lips look huge. I don't know. I don't know what's in this lip balm, but it's working for them. So that's obviously why it's such a popular product, because it works and it makes your lips look good. The next shade that I have is in the shade, what is it? Vanilla Beige. Honestly, when I got this, I thought I wasn't going to like it because of the purple undertone that it has, but this is almost empty. I've used this that much, and I've only had it for like 2 months, I think. This definitely has more of a neutral mauve beige undertone, but for some reason I like the color and how it looks with my skin tone. It's definitely more neutral in my opinion. It almost pulls a little bit brownie, hence the name Vanilla Beige. This is the lip gloss or lip balm that I have been using every day. Like, I wake up, I put this on. I eat, I put this on. I go to work, I put this on. I go to the gym, I put this on. This is an amazing, amazing lip balm. I get the hype. If you are looking for something hydrating in the winter, I would say you can't go wrong with any of these. I gifted one of these to my brother's girlfriend in the shade, I think it was mint, because the other ones were sold out, so hopefully you can get your hands on them now that the holidays are over. But I mean, these, I get it. I get it, people. I get the hype. This lipstick right here, I know I may be reaching, but this is probably my favorite lipstick, I kind of want to say of all time, because of the way it applies, the way it fades, and the way it wears. This is my perfect color. Looking at these now, if I had to pick like the one shade that I had to wear for the rest of my life, granted I'm not going to do that, but if somebody said you are only allowed to wear one shade for the rest of your life, what shade would you pick? I would pick this one. This one is from Givenchy. So let me show you the packaging. It is, I mean, this is supreme. This is luxury. This is that girl. It is velvet. I mean, it is expensive, but I don't know. I think sometimes things are worth paying a little bit more if they bring you joy, if they make you happy, if they provide something that something else that costs $5 isn't providing. Like, they could be the exact formula, but if wearing this lipstick makes me more happy than wearing its counterpart at the same, you know, shade, but a different price point, like $5, and I don't know how much these are. I guess I'm not trying to say money doesn't matter, because it does matter, but what I'm trying to say is if something makes me happy and it costs a little bit more, I'm gonna buy it. This color, I mean, I'm not trying to be that person, but this, to me, immediately makes me look better, makes me look like hydrated, well-rested, like I have my life together. which I do not at all, absolutely. But once I have this lipstick on, you cannot tell me that I immediately look a lot like better. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think you get my point. Anyway, the packaging looks like this. It pulls out, and the color is in the shade 27 Rouge Infusé. Look at this. Look at this color. If you are my skin tone, or honestly, I think this works for everybody. If you're lighter, it's just gonna look darker. If you're a little bit deeper, it's just gonna look lighter on you. And if you're kind of like me, where I'm light skin tone, it just looks it looks like a pop of color. But this is the best and most beautiful color on my specific skin tone, which is light warm, because it makes my lips look pretty, large, like a good size. It provides color, it looks like a neutral, and it's also warm. So to me, this is perfect. This is my favorite lipstick of my entire collection. I know that's saying a lot because I have a lot of lipsticks, but looking at it in the camera and also in person on the mirror, this is my favorite lipstick of my collection. So if I could recommend one to you, I would say this. Go get this. It is going to be pricey, but if you just treat yourself like once a year or like once every 3 months, this should be something that you definitely think about. This color right here is a classic. Unfortunately, it is from Tom Ford, which means that it is ridiculously, stupidly expensive. I did not pay full price for this. I paid, I think it was like 70% off when I got it. I got it at the cosmetic store, which means that everything is super discounted, but I don't know. I don't know if I would get it at full price. I mean, it is such a pretty color. This is similar to the last one that I just showed you from Smashbox, but this is darker and it has a little bit more of like a berry undertone. It looks like it's a chocolatey berry. I guess I can also see a hint of brown. This is what the lipstick from Tom Ford looks like in the shade 100 Accuse. I don't know. I'll write the name of all of these, that way you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this is another great lipstick. Tom Ford has amazing formulas, but they're very expensive, and I'm just not sure if they're worth it full price. So if you can get your hands on these discounted or like at the cosmetic store, look how pretty this is. This is like the perfect brown on my skin tone with a hint of orange and pink. Super pretty, super pretty. This next lipstick is from Milani. I'm not sure. Oh, it's in their bold and matte line. It's in the shade 12. I Am Radiant. This is what the packaging looks like. This color is like a lighter version of the one that I just showed you, but this is a little bit more orangey and brick toned. There's not really any pinky. It's definitely more orange and browny, but on my lips, it pulls more like reddy brown, if that makes sense. I love this color. This is like a cheaper alternative to the Tom Ford. Very similar colors, but different undertones. Let me just swatch these so that you can see. So the one that I just swatched was the Milani, and then let me swatch the Tom Ford right next to it. The Tom Ford definitely has a little bit more of a mauvey brown undertone. So it's very apparent that this is more warm orangey and this is more warm mauvey. They both look great. It just depends on what you lean towards. Like every day I would maybe lean towards this one, and more for like nighttime I would lean towards the Tom Ford. But this is what the Milani looks like on my skin tone. For this color, when I tell you that this is the lipstick color that I get the most compliments with. When I'm at the store, when I'm with like friends, or just like friends back in Maryland, because I haven't really done any hanging out with friends here besides my family. Anyway, I digress. This color is the perfect, I do not care what other red lipsticks are out there. This is the perfect red orangey color for anybody. I mean, even if you like cool tone lipsticks, this red in specifically I think looks great on everybody because of the warmth of it. It warms up your face, it brings out the color, and I just don't think I can get that from like a cool tone red. This is my perfect shade of red. It makes me look like I have color to my skin even when I'm not wearing like blush or bronzer or any of that. You can build this up. You can make it super sheer or build it up. I guess I should tell you what it is. This is from Rare Beauty in the shade Inspire. I hope they never ever discontinue this. If they do, I will be the first one to buy multiples of this. I will literally buy like 20 to stock up so that I always have this color. Look at this. It's the perfect poppy red orange lipstick color. It's vibrant, it stays on the lips, it's a velvety, it's smooth. There's some other formulas from Rare Beauty that I absolutely love. So I'm just gonna show them to you because I'm just not gonna put them on my lips. My lips are hurting and I just don't wanna do that to myself. But the next shade that I have is in Brave. This is more of a like orangey neutral. I love wearing these colors all throughout. It doesn't matter when. See how this is more like beigey but orangey? This looks great with the lip liners that I showed you earlier. So this is in the shade Brave. I have another one that I really like. This one is in the shade Fearless. It looks very purple in the packaging, but it does not come out that color when applied on your lips. I know this is like going against everything that I've said about cool undertones, but for some reason, when I wear it on my lips, it does not pull any of those purpley mauvey undertones. I think it's because my lips are a little bit more purple mauvey to begin with. It kind of just cancels each other out. I don't know if that makes sense. And it looks like the perfect brown. Those are some of the other favorites that I have from Rare Beauty. And then they did come out with some lip stains. They said it was a lip oil, but to me, it's a lip stain. I have the shade Serenity and Joy. Oh, I got makeup on it. Let me show you the packaging. It's very cute. I really love the lid on this. This is in the shade Serenity. These go on very odd. They go on very like watery, but the stain, once it's done, looks very like lipstick like. So that's the shade Serenity. And then I have the shade Joy, which is an orangey peachy color. So that's Serenity and this is Joy. These aren't pulling very vibrant on my hand or like on camera, but they're a little bit more vibrant and darker in person. So as you can see, very pretty. This one kind of reminds me of the Givenchy one, and the bottom one looks like the counterpart in the shade Brave. Okay, so we are moving right along. I'm gonna show you four more, and then I think we are done. The next one I want to show you is this Clarins lip oil. This is in the shade Chocolate. I think that out of all the lip oils that I have tried, the Clarins lip oils are the best by far. I've tried the Dior, I haven't tried the e.l.f. I've tried the NYX, I've tried quite a few, but this one to me, not this specific shade, but the formula is thick and nourishing. It just feels good on the lips. I really like that color. I have another shade in Nectarine, but they don't have that anymore, so I didn't want to show it to you. but the formulation from the Clarins is top notch. One of the best lip oils out there, to be honest. And then these three right here are all from Supergoop. These are sunscreen lip products. I have 3 shades. I have my favorite, no surprise, is this orangey red. Perfect orange. I think it's more orange than red, if anything. This is in the shade Hey Y'all. And then I have another one that's a little bit more neutral, and it's in the shade High Five. This is what this one looks like. I know they look pretty dark on my hand, but on the lips, this one isn't very dark because it almost looks like my lip color. And then the last one that I have, which I got this one to wear more in the winter time, is in the shade Love You More. And it's a very, very nice berry color. These are minty, so if you don't really like any type of smell or feeling on your lips, you may not like this, but I love all 3. These 2 I wear year round, and then this one I wear more like at nighttime or in the winter, fall time, just because of the colors. I think we made it through all of the lip products that I wanted to share with you. These are my favorite. These are the products that if I run out, I will repurchase. I have some more lipsticks in my vanity, but I just didn't think that those were worth mentioning. They're good, they're not bad. If you asked me what are some lipsticks that I should buy, these are the ones that I would recommend to you without even thinking about it twice. These are the ones that I know you would be happy with and not upset that you wasted your money on them. Anyway, thank you so much for sticking around. I know this was a long one, but I do love lip products, so I wanted to have a more thorough video, a longer video specifically dedicated to lip products. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it and that you end up subscribing and following me over on Instagram, but I will see you next time. Have a great day, and let me know if you buy any of these or what your favorite colors were, because I just always want to know what people lean towards. But with all of that said, have a wonderful, marvelous day. I will see you in the next one. Bye!